Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to the beautiful Cayman Islands from all over the world as GBH Promotions in association with FightZone and the Fight Academy present the Clash in Cayman II, Rumble on the Rock. This bout is brought to you by Elite Marble and Granite and sanctioned by the Cayman Islands Boxing Commission. The third man in the ring is our referee, Joel Scobie. All right, fans, here we go. This is 4 rounds of cruiserweight boxing. And fighting out of the blue corner with red trunks and black trim, weighing in to 215 pounds and entering the ring for the 7th time, from Spanish Town, Fabian the Truck Tucker. Fighting out of the red corner, wearing blue trunks with white trim. This is his professional debut from Grand Cayman, Jaden Mad Slug Eccleston. Introducing once again, that's the referee in charge to give instructions, Mr. Joel Scobie.
Well, here we go, as the referee brings both fighters together. Local lad making his debut here tonight, Jaden Eccleston. He boxed here last December in the first show. They've done Clash of the Cayman, and he got boxed as an amateur there, actually, and now making his professional debut. So real homegrown fighter, and looking, as you could hear, good support here, and looking to make an impression against Fabian Tucker, a guy that's been around, Joe, for a while, but not got that victory yet.
Well, he's looking to get something. He's hoping that tonight will be a night for him. I mean, he's had already how many fights now? And
he's 7 fights. This is his 7th fight now. He's had 6 fights. He's lost 5 and drawn 1.
Yes, well, let's see if he gets lucky tonight.
Jaden Tucker, Eccleston, sorry, as I said before, boxed here as an amateur. He's got good support, local lad. Boxing pretty new in this region, really not very big in this region, Joe, and they're looking to grow it, and they're looking to put these shows on, get the tourism in, and I think that's what it's all about, the Cayman Islands. As you've said, first time you've been here, beautiful place this is, and maybe not enough people visiting a place like this.
I think that, you know, little by little, starting like we did last year, the fights here, and now we have tonight again. I think we can have 3, 4, 5 shows a year. It would be a good start because this place has great potentials. You have a big fan base. I understand there's over 100 different nationalities in the Cayman Islands, so they have a good mixture. They're gonna have a big support for the Filipino fighters here tonight.
Yep, certainly are. We've got a fantastic card of boxing here, and this is all kicked off by this 4 3-minute round cruiserweight contest. Jaden Eccleston, the local guy, Fabian Tucker and Eccleston starting to get some success now, just stalking forward, looking to set the traps, create the openings here. Good right hand goes in front, just misses with that uppercut as well. And Joe, you just sense here that maybe Fabian Tucker has already gone into survival mode. You know, when they get there and they fall into that sort of journeyman type role, and they just look to survive and get through the rounds, and Tucker might be guilty of doing that already.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here now. Like you said, the fighter gets in that mode, you know, he's lost already all these fights. He just wants to survive, come in for a payday, but, you know, you got to, conditioning is very important, and trying to have that willpower to win. You got to have that, and you got to have the fighter's heart to make it happen.
Yeah, well, joining us here in the commentary position as well is Seaford Russell Jr. He is the sports editor of the Cayman Islands and done a little bit of boxing in the past himself too. And how good, Seaford, is it to see boxing here on the island for one, and a local lad boxing as well?
Oh, this is incredible. The 2nd year, this event, you know, big promoters on hand here, you know, being joined by Joe Cortez, Spencer Oliver, 2 top names in boxing. And this is an incredible fight to start things off in the pro ranks.
Yeah, well, good start, and a good start to his professional career. Jaden Eccleston dominating this opening round, just hands held low, trying to set those traps, trying to draw Fabian Tucker in there to get off with those shots, but Tucker, too smart for that, didn't take the bait, just stayed out of range. And Joe, good first round there for Jaden Eccleston, because that first round, you remember, you was a great fighter in the past yourself. That first round as a professional is always a lot of pressure on you.
Well, you know, the first round is always like a feel-out round, and I think now the second round, they should open up a little bit more. They got a little bit more, they're more of a comfort zone. But now the fighter who's more hungrier, is going to come out boxing more, harder punches, be more aggressive. 'Cause I'm sure his corner is telling him to be more aggressive and throw more punches, you know. And his opponent is going to be in a survival mode. They did that in the first round. It's going to happen again.
Yeah, absolutely. You just look at that and go, Fabian Tucker, you know that he's come here maybe not for the victory, but maybe just to survive. And that genuinely happens when a fighter's having his debut. It's all about getting him used to that professional ranks. Two totally different sports, actually. Amateur boxing, professional boxing. You know, no head guards. So this is all new to Jaden Eccleston in there, and he'll be pleased he's got that first round under his belt. But perhaps Fabian Tucker heard us talking there, because he's actually come out with a bit more aggression around him.
Definitely, he's more aggressive this round, and he's surprised that he came out so aggressive. But the thing is, the conditioning. Can he keep on that pressure in the second half of the round?
Yeah, that conditioning will certainly play a factor, especially considering the fact that he said he took this fight on short notice. I don't know what he was doing prior, but Jaden.
Well, I tell you what, Jaden Eccleston is starting to get into a rhythm now. He's working the body well, switching the attacks up to the head, switch southpaw as well there. That seemed to confuse Fabian Tucker for a while. Lovely uppercut on the inside as well, and now starting to get into a real rhythm here, Eccleston.
I was going to say he's one of those guys that really gets into a flow, but he has to be incredibly careful with how low his hands are, because I tell you what, though Tucker might not have a win on his record, you don't want to get caught by this guy flush on that chin.
Exactly. I agree with you 100%. And we'll have some of these fighters, he gets his hands down too low, and they're going to, you don't want to see them learning the hard way. And keep the guards up at all times, because, like you said before, a surprise punch, the guy may not be the greatest and have no wins on his record, but he can surprise his opponent with a good punch.
Well, Eccleston started to take him apart slowly but surely here, and Tucker starting to feel the weight of them. Body shot goes in, right hand goes in. Referee taking a close look, and the referee doing the right thing there, Joe.
Yeah, he did the right thing, stopping the fight. We don't want to see fighters take unnecessary punishment. We want to see him come back another day.
Well, looks like a decent prospect here. Local lad from the Cayman Islands, actually. Jaden Eccleston making a sensational debut. Feeling his way into the contest in that first round, taking no risks at all going in there, finding his range, finding his rhythm, and then Seaford, he put those shots together. A beautiful finish.
Incredible performance there by Jaden Eccleston. It's important to note that that's the first time that Tucker has actually been finished. Even though he's lost 5 fights, no one has ever stopped him. And Jaden came out here tonight and did it in the second round.
Yeah, lovely performance, and he'll be pleased to get that win under his belt, and that win inside the distance. As I said, we saw him last December in the Clash of the Cayman, the first show that they had ever done here in the island, Cayman Islands, and he put on a good performance as an amateur, decided to turn pro and make his debut on home turf. And what a performance he put in there against a tough old wily character in Tucker.
Thank you.
You know, one of the things that I want to mention about Jaden is, yes, he's just making his professional debut. This guy has been training now in boxing since 2016. He's been in the ring training with guys like Nigel Paul, guys like Rocky Fielding, who you know, faced off against Saul Alvarez. You know, he's been in there with some top professional guys, but he just haven't had the opportunity to fight, not just from an amateur perspective, but now he's made the transition, and I'm sure he'll get a lot more fights here.
Absolutely. Well, those opportunities will come when you perform like that. As Joe Cortez would tell you, you know, that puts bums on seats. Performances like that, people want to see that, and you put bums on seats, promoters use you, and he's going to get international experience as well. So, yeah, he'll be very pleased with that one. As the local people are here, very good turnout, actually. Just looking around me, and yeah, they've all turned out to see not just this young man, but the rest of the card as well. And next up, we have a 3-minute round contest. James Wilkins from Brooklyn, New York, goes in against Mexico's Alan Rodriguez Montreal, and that's a
Ladies
good
and
fight to look
gentlemen,
forward to.
With a TKO, 1 minute and 39 seconds into the second round, our winner this evening from Grand Cayman, Jaden "Mad Slug" Eccleston.
Well, we got to say the referee did a good job of stopping that fight. You can see that the fighter did not protest at all. I mean, we want to see fighters come back another day.
Yeah, do you know what, Joe? I was going to ask you a little bit about that because I said at the beginning of the show there that, you know, you was going to talk a lot about the referees and what they're thinking at certain stages, whether stoppages are too early, too late, and we see some bad decisions in boxing with referees now, but that was spot on, wasn't it? I mean, he had his eye on the ball there, he was looking at the job, and he stopped that kid from taking further punishment.
Well, I saw that the referee after the first round, he was already thinking about, well, I got to keep my eyes closed on this fighter who's taking some little punishment. And he knows his record. The good thing referees do these days, they study the fighters before the fight, they see their record and see where they're at. And of course, if you see a fighter has lost all his fights with only one draw, you say to yourself, I got to watch him close, because if he starts taking punishment, I'm going to stop it. So he did his homework and he did the right move.
Yeah, well, Seaford, I'll bring you in here as well. You know all these local guys, you know these local lads. You boxed in the past yourself as an